Okay, it is later in the day, about 7:45, and I'm getting outside to do a little bit of work, so you'll definitely see some long shadows out here. It's only 101 right now, so yay. So anyway, outside to do a little bit of work, but I want to show you guys, we are going to be planting up some corn seedlings today that have just gone bonkers. They're looking really good. And then I'm also going to be planting up some sunflower seeds, and I think I might also plant up some marigolds. Let's see. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are up. And make sure you drop me a comment below. Do you like to grow corn? I'm actually growing corn not necessarily for the food, but actually to utilize as a decoration for my front porch during the fall months. Okay, I have some crazy corn seedlings right here that I grew inside. These are just little 2-inch what am I trying to say? Soil cube, soil. I'm missing the word what I need right now. But anyway, it is sweet corn triple crown white hybrid, and they all popped up really, really well. So I've got 8 of those. So I want to get those planted up. I have corn over here already. You can see it all going right there. It's doing pretty well. I have some ears forming. This is the glass gems variety, which I'm really excited to see how they end up looking. So I'm really excited about those. They're doing well. So I thought about putting it right here because this is my white mignonette and it's not doing so great. So I was thinking if I might disperse them here. And then this Sweet Rocket Pale Lavender is a biennial, so it's not going to bloom this year anyway. So I'm not worried about it if it gets a little more shade than usual. It should still be fine. So yeah, I think I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to hit it with a lot of plant tone because corn is a heavy feeder. So I want to make sure that I give it enough nutrients to grow really well. So we'll start with that right there. Okay, got that corn in. That was super easy. Remember, that is a sweet corn. Oh, that's not it. Sweet corn triple crown white hybrid. I had 8 that I planted, and I just planted. When I originally did the seedlings inside, I did a single kernel for each, and all 8 of them germinated, which is great. And so I've got them in here, so I'll keep an eye on them, but hopefully they'll do really, really well here. And I do still have enough time before our first frost for those to come through, so that'll be fun. All right, let's go on to the next project. Okay, in this container right here, I'm gonna be starting some sunflower seeds. I'm gonna be starting a dwarf teddy bear sunflower. These are 75 days until maturity. This is the time of the year in my zone where you really need to look at what you're beginning to plant in comparison to the frost, your first frost date, to make sure that there's enough time for the plant to mature before a freeze comes through. So I'm just gonna go ahead and recharge this soil right here. And I'm going to be planting in the dwarf teddy bear sunflower seeds. I always think these are really fun. I've always wanted to plant them, so it'll be super fun to see how they turn out. They need to be planted about 1/2 inch deep, and I am going to fill this in pretty well, and then I can always go back through if I need to and think I'm literally just gonna draw a circle. I can always go back through if I need to and thin it out. But I want to get a good germination. I would love for this pot to just get filled up with sunflowers that I can then cut. Now this pot is not set up on drip, so I'll have to be on top of it and watch it on a daily basis to make sure it gets watered properly. All right, pressing this down just to make sure all the seeds have really good contact. And then let's water this in really, really well. Okay, I did have this guy planted up with munchkins, sunflowers, and they did really, really good. They were fun, and they actually really like this area. So I'm gonna break this up a little bit. Those all went to seed. Got a random bulb there. I don't know what it is. Maybe gladiola, maybe daffodil. I don't know. Oh, I think it's a daffodil actually. Yeah, that's right. These pots have daffodils at the bottom of them. Here we go. So I'm just gonna plant right on top of this. I'm gonna recharge the soil once again. Yeah, both these containers were used as spring containers, and they do have daffodils and allium bulbs in them, which are obviously dormant right now. So this one I'm gonna fill with a chocolate cherry sunflower. It is a single, it's not a branching. But it's a fun color, dark center, kind of dark burgundy leaves. All right, I'm gonna just draw a circle around the outside with my finger, making a little trough. And then, like I said, I'm gonna seed these heavily, and then I can always cut back what I don't end up, you know, if I get really good germination, I can just cut back what I don't want. And I think they'll be really pretty in these pots, but I am growing them for cut flowers. So the goal is to eventually use these in some arrangements. Sun is going down quickly. Okay. Let me get those watered in as well. Okay, and this is my dahlia raised bed, even though you literally can't tell. Did not go well with dahlias this year. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to proceed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fill this bed with a mix of marigolds and with zinnias. So I'm gonna start by going ahead and putting in marigolds. These are Marigold Mission Giant Yellows. And basically what I'm gonna do is, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'll probably do 3 rows of 4. Let me see. 1 and 2, 3. Actually, I might do 2 rows of 6. Let's do 2 rows of 6. And I'm just leaving the marigolds in, or excuse me, the dahlias in here for now. I don't know if they're gonna do anything. If they don't, they don't, and that's fine. Just kind of calling it a loss this year, truthfully. Trying not to be upset about it. We got some really good roots in the marigolds. So I'm just gonna replace them with something else so that I do not have to look at this bare bed any longer. Now, marigolds are pretty susceptible to spider mites in my area. So I will probably treat these tomorrow morning. And I'll have to stay on top of it with spider mites because it's just so hot and dry right now, and that's what spider mites like. They like hot, dry conditions. They don't like moist areas. So sometimes you can just come in and just, you know, douse your plant really well with a hose, and that works really, really nicely too. I do think that the shade cloth has helped my plants a lot. I know it doesn't look like that in this dahlia area. I think it's made a big difference on snapdragons, straw flowers, zinnias. Some of my stock is looking really good too. So I'm real pleased and very thankful that I made that decision to do that. Let's start another row. Okay, got all of the marigolds, so 2 rows of 6, a little bit crooked on my rows. So I was working around some existing dahlia tubers, and I've got them watered in really well, and I will keep an eye on them just over the next few days. I feel pretty good since they're under this shade tarp, but I'll keep an eye on them, making sure that they're not wilting, making sure they're holding up to the heat really well, and then also keep watching them closely for spider mites. Okay, I've only been out here 45 minutes and I've got sweat like on my glasses, and I feel just ridiculously hot already. It's so hard to get much of anything done at this time of the year, but I feel good. Got those corn seedlings in. I got 2 types of sunflowers, the teddy bear and the cherry chocolate sunflowers planted. Happy about that. And got the Mission Marigold yellow, or giant yellow marigolds planted as well. So not bad for an evening. And now I'm gonna go back inside because it's hot. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.